most travelers driving this year, AAA says Georgia should see its heaviest volume yet. They're projecting nearly 82 million Americans will travel for Thanksgiving this year, the most ever recorded, with about 90% of all holiday travelers, nearly 73 million, driving to their destinations. They also warned that the Metro Atlanta is one of the worst hotspots for holiday travel, especially with the connector and Spaghetti Junction expected to see long delays. And tomorrow from 2 to 6 p.m. will be Atlanta's worst travel window, with return traffic peaking Sunday after 3 p.m. on all major interstates. Here now to help us with our plans of holiday travel is AAA consultant Montrae Waiters with us. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, what's driving the increase on the roads this year? Are people just afraid of flying?
Well, I don't necessarily think it's afraid of flying, but it's all about this economy as well, right? And I think it's just more affordable for people to hit the roads this year. You talked about the overall travel. Here in Georgia alone, we expect 2.1 million people to be hitting the road for this holiday. So it's all about making sure that folks pack their patience before hitting the road.
Gotcha. Are you seeing any early signs of that travel patterns are shifting post the pandemic, or is this a full return to pre-pandemic driving?
Oh, this is a full return to pre-pandemic driving. And as you stated, you talked about tomorrow being a busy day. Actually, starting today, Tuesday, we have suggested to drivers to make sure they leave early morning. So folks, anytime afternoon today, expect the traffic to be very, very congested. So again, pack your patience.
Yeah, now, we were saying that 90% of travelers are choosing to drive. What does that tell us about consumer confidence now, especially in flight? Because I asked you that earlier, but with the shutdown that was looming, the problems with the FAA, you think that kind of drove more people to kind of get on the roads just to have a more confidence in getting to where they needed to go?
Not necessarily, because here in Atlanta, we saw that before the FAA released the flight plans that it was okay to fly again, and they weren't going to delay the flights. We saw that things kind of was back to normal for us here. So with AAA's projections, again, 2.3 million overall just here in Georgia, and with that 2.1 hitting the road, we knew those roads were going to be congested. So yeah. We were always anticipating that there were going to be, record numbers hitting the road, even without the flight delays.
Yep, you got a lot of schools out here this week, colleges out this week, and I know that the hot times would be this tomorrow, which is Wednesday, right on through Sunday. Have you noticed that travelers have been getting out a little earlier instead of following the Wednesday through Sunday time frame?
Oh, absolutely. I can even speak from my own experience just being out yesterday, just seeing the congested, even though schools was out. So it was still a little light here within the metro area, but you can see the extra traffic, so to speak, on the road. So, we're hoping that folks make sure that prior to hitting the road that they wear their seatbelt, pay attention to the extra traffic on the road. Don't drive distracted or impaired. And remember to put those phones down, because Georgia is a hands-free state.
Yeah. Here in Atlanta, we have roughly maybe 5-6 lanes in our major highways, but we're often ranked in the top 10 of most congested cities. Where do we fall this year, according to you guys?
Well, unfortunately, we don't have the ranking for the congestion when it comes to traffic. We always know every year that within the metro Atlanta area, folks are going to have to pack their patience and make sure, or at least try to leave as early as possible to get to their destination.
What call do you guys get the most during the holiday travel? What's the call that you get the most?
So there are several. It's usually a dead battery, flat tires, and running out of gas. So folks, we always suggest that, you have your car checked out prior to hitting the road, but at least making sure, those batteries are in good working condition.
Wow. Batteries, I wouldn't have guessed that one, but I got you. Flat tires, of course. So what's the one thing, last question for you, what's the one thing that you want drivers to remember before hitting the roads this holiday season?
That is all about safety. Pack your patience. Again, make sure you are wearing your seatbelt. We know there's going to be a lot of celebrations too. Don't drive distracted or impaired, because we want to make sure that everyone reaches their destination safely.
Montrae Waiters, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate your insight today.